angel land, over in the glory land, just over in the glory land. There with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land. I am on my way to those mansions fair, over in the glory land. There to sing God's praise and His glory share, over in the glory land, just over in the glory land. I'll join the happy angel land, over in the glory land, just over in the glory land. There with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land. The glory land, I'll join the happy angel land, over in the glory land, just over in the glory land. There with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land, just over in the glory land, just over in the glory land. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you wandering back out here and being with us this evening. We enjoyed our first show and appreciate them getting us on early for the second. We got a long drive tonight heading back up north to sing tomorrow. So, but we'll try to entertain you best we can. Have several requests. We're going to try to do this set. And in fact, we'll get started over here with old brother Tim. This is a song, old song that he actually brought to us and we recorded back on the current album. And he does a great job on an old song called "The Selfishness in Me." I saw a little beamus of light steal across a purple sky and bend down to kiss a rosebud. Well, it made me want to cry, to think that I had been permitted to see a part of nature's plan. Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in man. Little children painting pictures of the birds and apple trees. Oh, why can't the grown-up people have the faith of one of these, and to think those tiny fingers might become a killer's hand? Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in man. Why can't we see the folly and the uselessness of hate? Love could lead to understanding. Maybe it's not too late. And perhaps in His great wisdom we might learn to understand. Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in man. Perhaps in His great wisdom we might learn to understand. Oh, there's nothing that stands
selfishness in there. Oh, there's nothing that stands out more than the selfishness in there.
Thank you so much. Let me take a second and introduce you officially to the gentleman who is doing the singing there. Tim and I have been working together for many, many years. He is a Grammy Award winner. He's an 11-time winner. The past 8 years in a row, he's been named Bluegrass Music's Dobro Player of the Year. And in 2015, they gave him an award that I think probably as far as award goes means the most to him. He is the 2015 inductee into Bluegrass Music's Hall of Greats, and certainly earned his place. We're going to pick the dobro for you. Big hand if you will for Mr. Tim Graves, everybody.
Thank you, Darryl. Back in 1961, Flat Scruggs, they went up to Carnegie Hall. They were the first bluegrass band to go to perform at Carnegie Hall. And they cut a live album up there. On that album, they put a song that Uncle Josh wrote. It's become a dobro standard called The Foggy Mountain Rock. You all ready?
Well, you know, I get asked sometimes where I get inspiration to write songs, and I don't write a whole lot of from personal experience, but every now and then something will happen and it just kind of sticks with you. When I was about 9 years old, the little two-lane highway that we lived on that ran out past from between where we lived and my grandparents' house was a road I was real familiar with because we'd run up and down that road a lot. But about halfway on that trip was a little grocery store set off to the side of the road called Hicks's Grocery. It's one of those little grocery stores like you don't see much anymore. When you first walk in the door, right on the left-hand side, there's one of them drink boxes, had the Coca-Colas in the little glass bottles like they used to have, you know. And in the very back of the store, they had a place where they had bologna on a big roll. They'd slice you off bologna for bologna crackers or bologna sandwiches. But what I remember as a 9-year-old about that store was when you first walked in, on the other side of that door was the most complete blown-up candy counter you could ever imagine. Every possible type of candy bar and sucker and chewing gum, everything was just loaded up, and that's where as a kid, that's where I'd go. Well, we stopped there one day and we was on the way home, and Daddy happened to look over at me and realized that I had a candy bar. He also knew I didn't have any money. So Dad connected the dots on that pretty quick. He asked me about it, and I know I must have looked like a deer in the headlights. And let me tell you what he did. He turned that pickup truck around and drove me back up to that store and made me walk in there, all 9 years old that I was, by myself, and explain to that gentleman why I had stolen his merchandise. It felt like Daddy parked 15 miles from that door. That was the longest walk of my life. But boy, I sure learned the difference right then between being sorry you got caught at something and truly being sorry you did something. And that stuck with me a lot of years. And I was thinking about that a few years ago when I was doing a little songwriting, and And if you listen to Southern gospel music, you might have heard this. This was kind of a hit in Southern gospel circles a few years ago, but that's the story behind it, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two little boys were staring at the candy on display. One whispered to the other, with the clerk looking away, just put it in your pocket, no one will ever know. We'll eat it all before we get back home. That little boy just stared down at the candy on the shelf. You could almost hear the conversation he had with himself. Then he gave the clerk $1, took the candy and his change, gave half to his buddy and explained, no matter who's watching, no matter who sees, Jesus in my heart knows how wrong that would be. When I'm home and Mama asks me, have you been good? Though she would never know, I would. Well, little boys, they grow up, temptations grow up too. We're living in a world that says do what you want to do. What they don't know won't hurt them is the devil's battle cry. But a godly man knows that is just a lie. No matter who's watching, no matter who sees, Jesus in my heart knows how wrong that would be. And when the Holy Spirit asks me, have you been good? Though the world may never know, I would. The man that I am when no one is watching is the man I really am. No matter who's watching, no matter who sees, Jesus in my heart knows how wrong that would be. When the Holy Spirit asks me, have you been good? Though the world may never know, though the world may not ever know, but I would. Oh, me and Jesus would. Thank you so much. Well, the gentleman over here on the guitar sings most of the high parts. He can sing the middle part and the low part, but we does a lot of high part singing. Because for an all-male bluegrass band, it's important to have somebody who looks like a man, sings like a woman. That's right. And he's ours right there. No, I'll tell you, Keith has got an incredible range. And two-time guitar player of the year, Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter. He's been with us now, golly, what, going on 3 years? Is that what it is? It's time truly flies. He was truly a gift from the good Lord. We was looking for just the right guy, and he's been it. And we are so proud to have him. He's been living in Nashville for a long time, but he's a Florida native, and I know he's glad to be back on his stomping grounds this weekend. He's going to come sing for you. Big hand, if you will, for Brother Keith, too, on the guitar.
Thank you. And before I get started here and doing this next number, I'd like to thank, on behalf of all of us, Mitch Lynn for making this